My name is Brandon McEachern, and I'm the founder of Broccoli City and the co-founder of the Broccoli City Festival. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
For the last 2 years, Broccoli City Festival hasn't happened because of COVID. We're back this year, and it's the 10th anniversary. Talk to me about the prep going into creating this weekend of eventful, things going on.
I mean, it's just strategy and being thoughtful. You know what I mean? Being intentional about the programming and really trying to, at the end of the day, we call this weekend Black Change Weekend, right? Like there's so many different festivals in the landscape. You know what I mean? There's a lot of wonderful events going on, with hip-hop being incorporated in them, right? But when you think about the difference between like hip-hop music and like black culture, I really feel like Broccoli City is one of the few festivals that actually adhere to that, you know what I mean, in terms of thinking about us when we're booking, thinking about us when we're programming, and that's not to exclude anybody, but it's about having a safe space for us in a way.
How important is it to give back to the city of DC with this festival and all of the events that led up to this weekend?
We definitely in the community in terms of doing community work. We actually have an application called We Chip In. You can log on to WeChipIn.com. Basically, you can think like Amex rewards for social good, right? So like being able to do things that are positive and then earning chips to be able to buy things like in our marketplace. So you can buy a ticket to Broccoli City by volunteering in the community. You can get other things, Go Puff coupons, things of that nature. But yet again, working with a lot of local nonprofits, Green Scheme, Dreaming Out Loud. Like it's so many partners that we work with. And then obviously here at the festival too, like trying to do it creatively too. So did this project called Organic Choice with my homegirl Bird. Shout out to Bird, who runs an organization called Made in the DMV, where we gave local artists the chance to compete. You know what I mean? We had a showcase for them to be able to perform on the stage. And yesterday, you know what I mean? Some of the winners got to hit the stage. So that's it's this little shit like that.
How did you guys consider which artists you would put on this lineup? Because you want to cater to the DMV area. You have Wale, people like that. How did you guys consider who you would put on this lineup?
Yeah, just about listening to our nieces and nephews, and just your friends and what you listening to. If you think about day one or day two of Broccoli City, it's like a playlist. You got your R.I. Lennoxes, you got your Gunnas, you got your your Masagos, your Tims, like, and us as a people, we listen to so much stuff. Like, so it's kind of easy in a sense.
Who's that one artist that you were looking most forward to seeing for this weekend? Because it's so many. It was
really dope to see R.A. Lennox last night. Like I feel like even with like the rain, it was like a very and then like the dress she had on, so it was like an elegance, like in the street, like the contrast of like her being at a Coachella and then her being at Broccoli City, like even like the clouds and the way it like look out here, and then like us on the hearing that, and like it's something in it, you know what I mean? And we all fly, we got on jackets and hoodies and all that, but we outside and we all together, and it's a blessing. And it don't be no incidents regardless of what's going on, whether that be with credentialing or whatever. It don't never be no fights and all that. What a wood, no fights and all that. It's just a good vibe, and it's a good community, you know what I mean? So shout out to all our partners too that helped us bring this thing together, you know what I'm saying? Diageo and all their different brands. I mean, it's just, because you start this thing obviously, when it's just you and the homies, you know what I'm saying? And then it becomes something big. So I'm just happy to be here.
Going into 2023's Broccoli City Festival, how y'all coming next year? Like how crazy are y'all coming next year? I want to know.
I need a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, to get right. But nah, it's gonna we're gonna continue to try to get some of the artists that reflect our community, right? Which is, everybody. Our goal is to really, I would love to make this shit free, in all honesty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting brand partners and stuff that understand that at the end of the day, like all that fly shit, all the technology, all that shit come from places like this, period. Like we are the culture, fly than everybody. Like everybody want to be us. Period. You know what I mean? And it's about us learning how to monetize that and not being excited when somebody is like, oh, come do this. Like, you can build that. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that coming out this weekend, more people build. You know what I mean? Stuff. Sorry.
Thank you so much for your time. Guys, we're still out here. Broccoli City is lit. If you're not here, I don't know what you're doing, but it's been a lit weekend.